All aboard!
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Woodsman Wack-Off, the series that puts two woodsmen face to face to see which competitor can whack off their log the fastest. In today's episode, we got a little something special for y'alls. Even though we only have one woodsman, we have 7. That's right, 7 competitors, all just trying to whack off as fast as they can. Seeing as how there will be some wrenching skills needed in this here whack-tastic event, our woodsman of choice is Hot Rod, the #1 shade tree mechanic in South Fulton. Hot Rod like fast chainsaws, loose morals, and women with low standards. Oh, and he likes to keep a sprocket in his pocket and a can in the hand. The .325 chain category is represented by the steel RS model chain. This is simply to test the theory that some believe in, that the 325 chain is actually faster cutting than a 3/8 chain. In order to keep the sprocket diameter as close as possible, the 325 chain will utilize an 8-pin sprocket, and all of the 3/8 chains will be running the standard 7-pin sprocket. But if you look at it, the 8-pin 325 and the 7-pin 3/8 sprockets are nearly identical. So that's why we're running that setup. For our 3/8 chains, we start out with the generic County Line brand offered by Tractor Supply. This is a pretty common chain actually that's sold in a lot of different places under various different names. Just look for the little curly Q symbol, and it basically just is representing a standard 3/8 full chisel chain that you might expect to get if you're buying a generic chain. Okay, so we have the latest and the greatest from Oregon with their EXL. Of course, we also have the classic steel RS 3/8 chain. The newest offering from Husqvarna is the C83 X-Cut chain, as well as a new C83 that was just touched up a bit to make it cut a little bit faster. This is a very common practice by the pro tree men everywhere. Brand new chain, they take it, put it on, touch it up just a bit to give it a nice clean edge on the cutters, and we're going to see if that actually cuts any faster. And finally, the steel HEXA chain. Most are really wanting to see what this chain is capable of and how it stacks up to the competition. It has a cool name, it is difficult to come by, and it only is offered in oddball sizing. So let's start yanking some chains. The format is a little different on this here Wack-Off, so let's just let Hot Rod go at it.
Alright, right here we got the 325 version of the steel RS Rapid Speed chain. Alright, now we got, I don't know why I keep talking with a British accent, it's weird. Alright, so now we got the steel RS Rapid Speed in a 3/8 version. Now, I don't know if I told you or not, but on that 325 I was running 8-pin sprocket, right? Sprocket in your pocket, can in your hand. Anyways, I put that 8-pin sprocket on there because 8-pin sprocket is pretty much identical in diameter to the 7-pin sprocket of a 3/8 setup. So that way we're keeping the chain speed as close as we can get it. That way we can see if it's the chain that's fast, not the sprocket. Damn auto tune. the generic County Line brand they sell down there at Tractor Supply. I don't mind it. It works good. It is full chisel chain. Oregon EXL. Husqvarna C83 X-Cut. This is a Husqvarna C83 X-Cut that has been cleanup sharpened, right? Just a little touch, just a little cleanup sharpened on the actual cutters by a professional tree man. This right here, Randy, is the chain that you touched up, buddy. Me and him got a little side bet going on. I bet him $10 that it wouldn't outcut one that's out of the box. All right, now it's what you all been waiting for, I know it. We got right here a steel HEXA chain, 3/8 pitch, full house, full chisel. Well, I mean, it's a HEXA, hell, of course it's full chisel. Anyways, if you notice the bar is different, well, that's because in their infinite stupidity, Steel is only making this as small as 063 gauge. Ain't that dumb as shit? So anyways, I had to buy a whole different bar just to run the shit. Whatever, here we go. Let's fire it up and see what it's got. It better be damn good. I had to go all the way to London to get it.
Okay, now let's put them all together. And now let's slow them down so we can really have a look at our winners. All right, y'all, here's the tally. Finally, I had a chance to put this together. I've been looking forward to doing this for a long time. I first heard about the steel HEXA chain, and don't get me wrong, it's not like I was going, ooh, I want that so bad. I mean, I did. I wanted to try it, probably the same as you guys, you know what I mean? I wanted to try it. But mainly, I was looking at it, and I was going, that video is going to get some views. I want to be the first one to have a really, really cool competition. So that was me and my thoughts and my wantings for the HEXA chain. If you watch the channel, you know that I actually went to London. I was on vacation, had a layover. I stayed there for 2 or 3 days before I went on to Germany. While I was in London, I went to an outdoor power equipment shop, and I was able to find these. The oddball thing is, I mean, steel makes some great products. And if you watch the channel, you know my thought on steel. They make some fantastic products. They're just not for me. I just don't like them. And it's long short of it, you could sum it up by saying it's their way of thinking, to me, is bass backwards, and it drives me nuts. And so like the HEXA chain is only offered in 063 and an even bigger one, I think like an 065 or an 068. I can't remember the exact size of it or anything like that, but it was big. Here in the States, we don't run that shit. I mean, on big bars we do, you know. But, I mean, I've got a 3120, and I've got a 45-inch bar that I mill with all the time, and it's got an 050 gauge chain on it. It's fine. It holds up. I don't see the point in getting the heavier gauge chains. I can understand it back in the day whenever the chains were made out of soft steel. Now they're a lot better now. They're just a lot better. So anyways, let's talk about the results here. That C83 from Husqvarna is hard as hell to beat. I've had a lot of people say various different things along the lines of, oh, I can sharpen a chain that'll beat it. Oh, I can, oh. You know, and it's like, can you? Because I've yet to see it. Now, I know that there's some race chains and some people out there that will spend hours on a chain. I know that you can beat it. You can kill it. I know. But I'm talking standard. You put that chainsaw on a vise and you hit it with your round file. Hell, even taking it to a shop and using an actual grinder. The only thing that I think is going to outcut a C83, and keep in mind, I don't have a whole lot of experience with that, guys, and I'm not the best chain sharpener in the world, but I've been doing a lot of these Woodsman Wack-Off type things, and I know what a standard chain, a regular chain, you can't get no better than that C83. So Randy, he's the guy that him and his partner, his business partner, Aaron, he's actually the guy that has the Echo 7310 that I ported. And, you know, very typical of somebody that's been in this business for years and years and years. Randy, he's like, I'll put an edge on that X cut. And I was like, you'll make it slower. And he's like, no way, man. My edge is good. You know, I've been thousands of hours on a chain, man. And he's right. He's completely right. And with a standard chain, like if he had a steel RS, he would have won. You know, he would have been able to make that thing cut faster than straight out of the box. But that X-cut has angles in there that are similar to square ground chain. and as soon as you touch it with a round file, you screw it up. As soon as you touch it with a round file. Now, it's been, in my testing, I have found that you lose 1 second in the cut. And this right here was no different. So that chain that Randy sharpened had only had a handful of cuts done on it, and he just freshened it up. And by handful, I'm talking like 6, man, maybe 10. So it was still a fresh chain. The chain that I'm using in this video has already had probably 6 different whack-offs done with that chain. So that's like 18 different cuts, and it's still the fastest chain. It's still the fastest one. The 325 chain, it beating the it beating the Husqvarna C83 on the tug up, that's some kind of anomaly. That's I don't know what was going on right there. The saw got a fresh breath of air, something. It hit a punky piece of wood. I don't know what it did, but that will not consistently outrun a C83. The C83 just cuts so damn fast. So fast. So fast. The only thing better than it that I know of is if you've really spent hours and hours and hours doing very unconventional things to your chain and thus creating a race chain or a square ground chain. And now that brings me to another point. I'm sorry I didn't have a square ground chain, guys. I looked for one and I didn't want to wait to order one. And plus, your typical person is not going to buy that. Your typical person is going to buy something, and not just typical, your main person, your alpha person is going to buy one of these chains. The square ground chains, they are not the popular choice for anyone. Unless you're just that guy that's in Oregon and you're felling big timber and that's what you do for a living and you've got a square ground chain. You're like 99% of everyone else is going to get one of these chains. But now, granted, I still wish I had been able to find one and easily put it in here for you guys, because I'm curious too. But what that'll be is whenever I order one, get it sent in, I'll put it against the C83, and that'll be a whack-off right there. So, yeah, there you have it. So I hope you enjoyed the video. It took a lot to make. Oh my God. I'm crazy for the effort I put in on these things. But I'm having fun, and I hope you are enjoying it as well. I got a comment. Sometimes I really wonder what's going on in people's heads whenever they give me a nasty comment or just a semi-nasty comment. Don't get me wrong, and you don't have to be like, oh, don't worry about the haters. I know, guys. It's all fun and it's good. But I wonder, I was like, what's in that guy's head? You know, so I keep sending me this message. It was on the piston cylinder cleanup. Whenever I was like, it's like from zero to hero, repair a damaged cylinder or whatever. And I tried using the muriatic acid on it. Well, anyways, I get long-winded. Sure, I do. But the guy's watching a certain amount, and you could tell he just checks out, you know. And that's fine. I understand that. You know how many people I watch, and I'm like, I can't watch this shit. Oh, that dude's voice is so high-pitched, I can't hear it. Oh, this dude just mumbles. I can't do that. Yeah, of course, I do the exact same thing. But I don't type it in there like I I just don't even get it. This dude was like, I got this stuff. I heard about this. I'm tired of this. I'm going back and watch Tin Man's channel. And I'm like, okay, I watch Tin Man too. But he does exactly what I do. Hell, he does it even worse. He just sits there and talks about a saw. Very little action. You know what I mean? And I mean, I like that. I like watching Tin Man. Don't take it the wrong way, Tin Man. You know, but it's just like, is this guy thinking that by putting that comment on my channel, I'm going to be like, shit, man. I got to change up things the way I do them, you know, because I lost that guy. No, I ain't going to do that. If I made a video where I took a cylinder and I had a ruined cylinder, I said, here's how you fix a ruined cylinder, guys. See? All right, cool. Good luck. Have a nice day. The video would be over in a minute, minute and a half. No one would want to subscribe to my channel. And even if they did, watching a minute and a half's worth of videos doesn't give me no money. Anyways, that's enough. And I hope you liked it. I thought it was funny, man. I mean, I literally did. I replied back to him, bye, Felicia.